Welcome back to Profiles in Caring as we continue our story now on Zambia's Scholarship Fund and their goal to give the world's poorest an education and a better life, one teacher at a time.
This is Jenny Rogers. She's here in Zambia volunteering with the Peace Corps, just wanting to help the people of Zambia in any way she can.
This is my mama's kitchen. Chickeny, as they say in Zambia. This is the pot she's making. This is, let's look inside. This is the kitchen.
I'm sure I was a white person visiting Africa for the first time, really wide-eyed and just realizing that, hey, it's not all like how it is on TV or in magazines.
This is an orange, one faces orange orchard. He's growing beans with it. And just there beyond him is his bananas.
When I got in my village, people just wanted to learn anything from me, basically. Whatever they looked at me as, they would come to me with all kinds of questions, from medical things to just agricultural things. They saw me as just, oh, you went to school, you know something, can we ask you all of our questions? And in that way I kind of felt really inadequate and very humbled. I thought, can you teach me things? I need to know how to survive here.
This well used to work, but now it's all dried up, so they have to go and get water from that stream over there.
Horrible drinking water. You know, they'll have furrows, but the furrows will always have silt going down. It's never clear. Jenny's hut was the only hut that had an aluminum roof. The rest had grass roofs, and they kept trying to. Her aluminum roof would get so hot in summertime. She'd hang baskets of bananas up on top inside her hut, and it would cook the bananas. So she asked them to put grass on her aluminum roof. They didn't want to put grass on because when it rains, the rainwater will run off of the tin roofs and they can collect them in the clay bowls that they've made. So here, that's the only time they get drinking water that doesn't have silt in it, that doesn't have mud in it.
The kids, all day long, you know, they would run around, or sometimes they would go to school and they would come home and I'd say, oh, what did you learn? Did you go to school? And they'd just be like, oh, you know, there wasn't any teachers, so we had to just come home. And it's a 2-mile walk either way, but they would go every day just to show up to see if someone would be there to teach them. And that's how I decided I wanted to volunteer at the school, was when I saw the kids going every day doing that. It kind of just, they want to learn so bad. The first day of school I showed up and not one kid knew his ABCs in the 5th grade. And I thought, oh, okay, well, this is going to be different. And, you know, and they didn't have desks, they didn't have paper, they didn't have pencils. We sat on the ground and we wrote our letters in the dirt, you know, and we just started off. And they had a rule that kids couldn't go to school if they didn't have a notebook and a pencil. So there were so many kids that were just kind of peeking in through the window and wanting to come in. And I said, you know, in my class, you can all come. If you don't have a pencil, you're going to need to write on the floor, you know, as long as you're here and you're learning and you're trying.
The problem people don't realize is there's no teachers. Zambia has a population of about 10 million people. There's about 400,000 who have a paying job. Mr. Kapembwa at the college explained this to me. He said, because I said, you've got 400 students at your college. Now they're all going to become teachers, right? And he said the government will be able to pay for 12 of them to get a job when they graduate.
Peggy Rogers and the Zambia Scholarship Fund began with helping to pay for college students to get their teaching degree and providing them with a guaranteed salary if, like Nanu, they are willing to move out into rural villages to teach. And even that is not without sacrifice.
The school has got no desks. Pupils are sitting on stones when writing, and you know, it's not comfortable. It's very painful when you sit on a stone writing for maybe 10 minutes. You feel pain. So we need desks. These people need me very much.
Over the years, the Zambia Scholarship Fund developed, from initially sponsoring graduated high school students to go to college to become teachers, to sponsoring those teachers with salaries to teach in the rural villages, and then, to complete this cycle of education, Zambia Scholarship Fund started sponsoring those children who graduated elementary school with tuition to go to high school. And each of these sponsorships are so necessary, as it seems every child has a heartbreaking story.
I want to be sponsored because both of my parents don't work, and they face a lot of problems for me to come here.
What does your father do?
He doesn't work, and my mother is also mentally ill. I want, when I finish school, to help my family and to help my mother to get out of that problem.
Both my parents are dead, and I just stay with my grandmother, and it's very difficult for her to raise school fees for me. So I'm very grateful to have such people to help me, and I'll make sure that I put my best so that one day I can be somebody, and that I'll be able to help my fellow friends and others who I need help.
I want to become a teacher so that I can help my family, because my family are very poor.
Please, sponsors, I'm asking for help.
When Profiles in Caring continues, Peggy and her group are now in full swing with their scholarship program, but they're going to take it one step further, and it's quite an undertaking. We'll show it to you when we come back.